So working our way from the top of the painting, we have a large negative space of gray. This is actually a metaphor for gray scenarios, gray clouds, troubles, tribulations, challenges, things that may be bothering us or kind of looming over our heads. This represents all of those things in a form that's not necessarily a cloud, but something a little more abstract that can maybe be perceived as a type of character or an attitude or an energy, maybe even a way of thinking about a situation. And as we work our way down, you have these intense bursts of orange, moments of light escaping light, light trapped within light. That's kind of what this represents. But at the same time, you see figures that may resemble eyeballs, things looking. And I use a lot of eyes in my work to implicate the idea of looking within, of knowing oneself as well as the outside world, and kind of also representing a singular focus in one's life, as well as a oneness between all people and a unity amongst all people. Kind of seeing things from the same eye, the same perspective, but also seeing things from another's perspective. All that is layered into the work here. And another thing you might notice in a lot of the work are figures that kind of look like teeth. These can represent many things. Sometimes these forms represent buildings or building blocks or structures, objects and things created to build as well as to destroy. The basic form and foundation of any building or structure is usually some kind of four-sided shape, squares, rectangles, so on and so forth. So I use those shapes to represent being within a box, being without a box, building and destroying frames of mind, consumption, and also the consumption required to be a creator. So that's kind of all underneath here. Another common theme you may see in a lot of my work is this circle with arrow pointing upward. It's a spiral, and it's has a lot of meanings, but a lot of times I will draw this or have this occur as patterns in songs kind of cycle through. It could be a chorus, it could be a sound, a particular instrument. It could be a repeating pattern, hi-hat, but something that is creating a cycle that I feel like is taking the overall feeling or movement into an upward vibration, into a kind of repetitive cycle of something. And, there's a lot of ways to look at cycles, breaking cycles, starting new cycles, challenging oneself to enter a new cycle, friendship cycles, relationship cycles, all of these things are referenced with this particular symbol here. But I try to make sure the arrow is pointing upward to represent high aspiration and the utmost upward energy more abundantly. You see love as a common theme. Love people is one of my phrases or terms that I use often, and I think it's something that we all should try to live by as often as possible. Nobody's perfect, but that's all the more reason we need to love one another, love ourselves. So it's a verb, but it's also a noun. It's a group, it's a type of people, it's an attitude. Do everything with love. So this, is a closer look and a little bit of information about this piece, ups and downs. You know, this character's jolly and it's kind of got a smile on, regardless of the grayness that's looming above his head. It might have even consumed some of his being, his kind of form might even be getting handled by some of the grayness. But that orange light, that light bulb is always on in the mind to stay abundant. There's always something sparking up there, reminding us to aspire for higher and better, to stay a positive, keep a positive mindset, to stay abundant, feel good. You know, that's one of the keys to success is to feel good now. Choose to feel good, do things that make us feel good, be around people that make us feel good, follow the things and activities that make us feel good. Listen to the music that makes us feel good, like Lambo Mach. There it is. Might even see music notes in there.